हे गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू आवर चैनल। आज हमारे चैनल पे जो गेस्ट आ रहे हैं, शी लिव्स इन न्यूफाउंडलैंड। शी केम टू न्यूफाउंडलैंड वाया AIPP and she got a job offer sitting in India, and yes, she did not use an agent. तो हम बात करेंगे उनकी PR जर्नी की, उनको कितना टाइम लगा ये प्रोसेस में, कैसे जॉब ऑफर अप्लाई करी, कैसे लिंक्डइन करा, कैसे नेटवर्किंग करी, सब कुछ इन टुडेज वीडियो। सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। Kesiya, thank you so much for doing this. And we always thought, and I actually didn't make an AIPP video for a long time because we could not meet anyone who, got through AIPP. And I was like, I'm not going to make a video till I meet someone who has been through the process, who is in Newfoundland or any of the Atlantic provinces. And here you are. I did talk to another person, but I wanted to have, you can call it backup, saying that, guys, it's not a fiction. People are real and people are really going through AIPP, and it's not through agents. So thank you so much for doing what we are doing today. So just tell us something about you, where you are from and where you are right now.
I'm from India actually, and specifically from Kerala. So now I am in St. John's of Newfoundland and Labrador for the past 1 year. Like we came here on 2019 October, so it's
Okay.
almost 1 year and a quarter.
Why did you choose Atlantic immigration and not express entry? Like, were you not making enough points? Did you not know about express entry? Like, what led you to Atlantic immigration?
Okay, so being coming to that, like I would say about my background. So ever since my school days, I had dream of immigrating to Canada or US.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I was following the informations usually. I usually
Okay.
go through the official websites,
Right.
and I know that in order to immigrate, we needed a good experience, at least 2 years of foreign experience.
Right.
So I graduated and I did my post graduation and got completed in 2016, and then I got a campus placement to TCS. So I thought of working there for 2 years or more, then maybe I can try migration. 2018, I came to know about this Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. So I was so interested in that because now immigrating to a country without a job is something risky. So this program was giving an opportunity to immigrate with a job.
Okay.
So that made me an attraction towards this program. Getting a job was the primary thing for this. Okay, so I thought, okay, let me do a try for this. And actually that it worked. So that's why
Wow.
I did it, went through express entry.
Like, so were you not making enough points for express entry? Because you thought of it in 2018. 2018, the point system was not as brutal.
I joined in 2017, right? So maybe by 2019, I would get 2 years of experience.
Ah, okay.
So I started thinking about this AIPP in 2018, maybe March or
Okay.
at that time.
Got it.
So but actually in that time I was thinking to prepare for IELTS as well. So meanwhile I heard this about AIPP. I thought of giving a chance to this program, and meanwhile I will prepare for IELTS and things.
Okay.
So that's why maybe I would have get enough points by that time for express entry, but not too much points because my experience was not 2 years and all.
No, makes sense. And you need 3 years to get maximum points. So
yeah, exactly.
It's a good decision. And were you intimidated? Because a lot of people, when they are sitting in India, we see a lot of YouTube videos. I also believe that it's very intimidating when you are sitting in India and you're thinking of a program that requires a job offer. And you would say, oh, there's so much competition, how am I going to get that, right? So how did you approach the employers? What platforms did you use? Like, how did you get a job?
Yeah, even I had the same thought, like, why should a Canadian employer should hire me like a person who doesn't have much 2 years of experience? And in fact, I was on my maternity leave when I had the second thought of Canada. So I also had all the concerns as you said. But now I know I learned a lot in my first year in TCS because I was from electronics and communication background.
Okay.
So when entering to a profession like with a multinational company, I would have to learn a lot, right? So actually that gave me good experience, good exposure to most of the technologies. So I thought of preparing a resume. But before that, I went to the official website of immigration all that all says about Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program, and it says about 4 provinces that participating in this province, and it had like all the designated employers list as well.
Right.
So yeah, the Newfoundland Labrador had a straightforward list where we could find an employer based on our title or NOC code. So I just grabbed those employers from there and I started following them in LinkedIn. So
Got
I
it.
love LinkedIn. Actually, I don't trust any third party website for job. Like maybe we can apply directly to the website of the company itself and maybe LinkedIn. So by following this company, I would know like, okay, these are the technologies that they use, these are the job openings that these companies have. And then I started preparing my resume first.
Got it.
From the technologies I had and from the technologies they are asking. So I made it, actually I tailored my resume for that particular job offer. And based on this, actually I updated my LinkedIn profile as well. So on a one day, like it was a perfect day, I hope, hopefully. So I applied for this position. As soon as I applied, I got an email from my employer saying that they will take some time to get back to me because they are getting a lot of applications. TCS was my first employer,
Right.
and I didn't had any, and that was my first job, and I didn't had any previous experience with interviews as well.
Right.
So I started preparing myself for an interview, thinking about what all things I did, and I actually attended some interviews in the TCS itself, like thinking that I would change my project.
Okay.
So that actually worked for me. So I could face 2-3 interviews that will interview an experienced person.
Right.
So I prepared that way, and then I got this interview call from this company.
Right.
And luckily, I got cleared this. So
you just applied on LinkedIn, and they called, and it happened. Like, or did you use any references?
Yeah, I just applied. I applied on the official website. After I applied, I was so concerned about this province because when we Google about St. John's or Newfoundland Labrador, it was scary. It was telling that it's a snowy land, it's too cold, the weather is not that good. So I was too scared of coming here with my baby, even before I get this job offer, okay? But I was planning that way. And so I connected few people in this province through LinkedIn itself.
Okay.
And luckily I got a person who is working in the same company. He was a former employer of my TCS as well. I had a talk with him and I said, I applied for this particular position in your company. I'm not sure how it gonna be, but still, no, I have a small baby. I just need to know about this company and in province in whole. So he actually helped me in he gave me a lot of informations, and he's the person who comforted me about this province because he been living here for more than 3-4 years.
Okay.
So and he did again a favor to me, and he asked my resume, and he said maybe he could refer this resume to this company as well.
Right.
Since as I get this interview letter or interview mail, I again get back to him and I said, I got this interview call. And he said, okay, all the best. These are the things. It's just you need to be you. And the interview really went good. And it asked every technologies I mentioned in this resume.
Okay.
And in the practical way.
Right.
So, and I got this job offer in 2018 May.
So how long did it take overall?
Yeah, I applied on March. I got this job on May or June, and maybe start of the June.
Okay, got it.
And we moved to here in October.
Okay. And did the employer help you with all the formalities, the documentation and everything?
Yeah, exactly. Employer did everything. I didn't have to spend any money on this process other than I did the medical and police clearance maybe.
Yeah.
So every other cost was carried by this employer.
Right.
So employer gave me a reference to the employer's lawyer here.
Right.
So that I can ask questions about the programs and everything. So we together did the documentation work.
Okay. Yeah, makes
without
sense.
any cost from my side.
And how long did it take to get your PR?
Actually, still that process is going on because of this COVID thing.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was actually delayed. So I for the permanent residency, I applied on August. I mean 2020 August. So it's
Right.
still going on. So I'm
Uh-huh.
not on PR yet.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
fine. You'll get it. It's just that, there are a lot of delays and
Right.
they are sorting that out. So that's good. But you came here with family. So from a process standpoint, how does that work? So you were the one who got a job. What did your husband do? What did he get? What did your kid get? So how does that work from a process standpoint?
So once we get a job offer, like once we get a job offer from AIPP or most of the other programs, like they will support our family to get into this province.
Got it.
So my husband was provided with an open work permit. Actually, he was into logistics. He was working in Dubai for last 5 years before
Hmm.
we moved here. So he got an open work permit so that he can start working with any employer here.
Got it.
And my baby, he's on he as he was so small, he got a visitor visa for 2 years.
Okay. Okay.
So if my baby was say school age, he would have get a student visa. That's
Uh,
how the process is.
yeah, that's how it works. And once you get your AIPP application through, everyone will get a PR.
Yes. So it's just a single application, and for the PR also, my husband or my kid doesn't have to go through all the procedures like IELTS, WES, everything. It's just I have to go through those procedures.
Yeah, and you have already done that, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of fraud that happens when it comes to the IPP. And it's related to students, it's related to when there's a lot of misconception that you require agents to process this. The process is very difficult. And I understand that your employer actually held you didn't pay a penny. So like what are those watch outs that you would have seen, at least now, if not in your process, that you should absolutely say no to? If you hear that, you say no to it.
As I said, I didn't had an experience with agencies, but ever since I started my YouTube channel, I used to get a lot of mails from the
Yeah.
people who've been experienced this, fraud attempts. So one of the funniest thing I could see was like a agent was telling their client that you don't even require a job offer to get into AIPP. Give us money, we will let you get into the Canada with the AIPP within 6 months. Another thing is, employer like these agents are asking for a huge money even before they start any process.
Right.
Like by the time we are like sending our resume to these agents, they are asking for huge money.
Right.
The fact is that like there are not many employers that we could get through this AIPP or things. Even if we need to get to an AIPP, like any job offer, we need to tailor our resume. We need to tailor, create every cover letter for every job we apply. I don't think some agents would do this for us, since they are not working in our profession.
Right.
Like we working in our profession, so we need to tailor it according to the job
Right.
we are applying. So I don't actually believe that somebody can give you a job offer even without any effort. So do it yourself, until you receive a job offer. Maybe if you are worried about any paperwork, you can maybe get to the agents or an experienced person on that. But before that, don't ever give money to an agent who is claiming to get a job offer from Canada, especially through these pilot programs.
I agree, and I've talked to a couple of more people who are in New Brunswick and other Atlantic provinces, and they're students, but they said the same thing, that they see a lot of students around them who have tried to give money and they have lost it. Whereas what they did was, whenever they reach out to the employer and if they get a job offer, the employer helps you do that, because they also have to submit a lot of documents to get you there. And they already have an immigration lawyer that they're working with, and they just, it just makes it easier for everything to happen, together. If a person is asking for money, it's fraud.
Yes.
It's fraud. You just need to say no. If the agent is saying that I'll give you a job offer, without your resume, if you are not connected to the actual company, then it's fraud. Like, you have to work with the company, you have to interview with the company. It's not easy. You are very qualified. If you're not qualified and you're getting a job, it's not. There is an intermediate stream, and even if you have NOC, you still have to interview directly with the company, and you still don't have to pay anything. What's that one thing that you would recommend everyone who is watching this when it comes to applying for a job for Atlantic provinces? What's that one thing that you would, want to do if you were to do it all over again?
Yeah, so the main thing I would say is prepare yourself. Like, take your best effort while preparing your resume and cover letter for every job, and make it tailored to every job that you are applying. Don't use the same resume, same cover letter for every job. Please do your effort in this area, not on the money perspective. If you succeed in this way, you don't even need a money to get into this province or to this program. So take your best effort here in this start step.
Thanks a lot, Kesiya. This was really helpful. I'm sure people would have a small flavor of what Newfoundland is, and obviously we would again recommend people to subscribe to your channel. It's called Newfoundland Diaries, and yeah, just subscribe to her, and she's amazing. So guys, I hope you like this video. जो next video होएगी, that will be about life in Newfoundland. अगर आप किसी भी प्रोग्राम के थ्रू यहाँ पे आ रहे हो, तो you should know what to expect here. तो उसी के बारे में हम नेक्स्ट वीडियो करेंगे. अगर चैनल सब्सक्राइब नहीं करा तो प्लीज सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल. वीडियो अगर अच्छी लगी तो प्लीज लाइक करके जाना. मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए बाय बाय.